Good morning, Cedar Grove. Kayla and I really miss church. We haven't been there in 2 weeks now. Please don't applaud that. That we've had the opportunity. We've been blessed with the privilege to come with Chet and Nicole Ford to Disney World with them and their 5 kids, which I thought would be more like a sabbatical, but ended up being like children's ministry training. But no, it's been great. But we do miss you guys. We love you guys. But since we've been gone, we passed kind of a significant date for us and for some of you, and that's the 1-year anniversary since we came to Cedar Grove, and we've loved every bit of it. But I thought it would only be fitting if I made a video just to kind of update you guys and let you guys know what we've seen God do in the past year, and to thank you guys, because without you, we couldn't do anything. But just something I've learned in preparing for this video is that numbers really are important. Being a young minister, I try to stay away from numbers so I wouldn't get wrapped up in that deal. But in preparing for this video, I wanted to let my church know what magnitude God is doing things. And individually in lives, He does great things. We all know that. But this year, trying to figure it out, we come up with probably 30 to 35 students that come to Christ. And from that, parents have come to Christ and friends have come to Christ, which is amazing. And about 15 of those followed up with believers' baptism. And many students are not just giving their life to Jesus, but they're devoting their life to evangelism, which is awesome. In the past year, we've done 2 main events, and the first one, if you remember, was the post-prom party, where we had an amazing after party that was safe, Christian environment for students to come and students to bring their friends. And we had fun with that. And if you volunteered for that, thank you for staying at the church until 6 o'clock in the morning and just having a blast with us. The other was the teen tent revival we had, and it kind of went alongside our VBS and gave teenagers an opportunity to have just a week of rejuvenation, a week of the gospel, a week of fun. We spray painted a truck and did all kind of crazy water slide stuff. But that was awesome. We saw many kids come to Christ that week, and it was just an amazing time. And I think whoever helped me set up the tent and move that equipment in and out every day and just make that event possible, because it really made an impact in some students' lives and in my life as well. And in the past year, I fell in love with my church. I fell in love with the people. I fell in love with my staff, with my students, with everybody. But I just wanted to give some special thanks, and especially to my pastor, Reggie. Reggie's my best friend. Reggie's my mentor. Reggie is my rock, and most of you, I'm sure all of you feel that way. Reggie is just awesome, and without my pastor, I could accomplish nothing in Christ, of course. But I also want to thank my staff. Just the student ministry staff that we have is just unbelievable. These guys not only have an extreme passion for Jesus, but they have an extreme passion for students, which is amazing. These guys make student ministry possible. And also I want to thank my students, because we don't do this for them, we do this with them, and they've just been awesome. They've been an encouragement. They text me almost as much as their parents text me and encourage me and thank me and my wife and our staff, and we just love that relationship that we have with them, because we really have a friendship with them. And I also want to thank any volunteers for any of the events, again, because you make it possible. And more than anything, I want to thank our church. I want to thank such a tight-knit church that even if you don't have students in the student ministry or coming to the student ministry, you invest so much of your time and your money into making something possible. Because most churches our size, which we're not that small of a church anymore, but most churches our size don't have a student ministry. Most churches must reach 300 people before they actually have a youth pastor and a youth ministry. But because of faithful prayer, because of faithful tithers, it's possible for us to have a student ministry that is dynamic, that is unreal, and that is that is equipping students to go into the schools and be campus ministries and change the world through Christ. And I'm so thankful for a place like that. I'm so thankful to partner alongside people like you. So again, I want to thank my church. I want to thank everybody that has come alongside me, that has helped lift me up, or that has paved the way for me. I want to thank you guys because I'm so thankful that Kayla and I are in a church that we're not serving the church, we're serving with the church. And we're so thankful for that. I love you guys. I miss you guys. Can't wait to hug and kiss on all y'all. But we'll be back. And man, this year, keep praying because this year is going to be greater than last. Like Reggie says, we have yet to see our better days. And I just thank you, Cedar Grove. And I love you. And y'all have a great service.